But I wonder sometimes what is that ultimate state where there is no feeling, where there is
No,
no
there is no such thing.
no concern about anything. Is
As
that
long
so?
as the waking state appears, the activity of phenomena will be perceived,
Yes.
which is all inclusive of whatever the phenomena might be. You see, there is no such ultimate state. You see, it's just like you discovered that this hand is the truth. You see, suppose now this hand is unmoving, not going anywhere, nothing is happening to it. It is the primal witnessing, the primal knowingness itself. Now, finger came. You see, now it's still the same hand. No, the hand has remained the hand also, but now one qualitative aspect has appeared. Let's call that consciousness, being. With the appearance of this consciousness, the self has remained the self only, but now all the phenomenal play is starting. When the light of this consciousness appears, the world of the world of activity begins. And in the world of activity, all this play of feelings, of events, of actions will happen. So there's a distinction between doership or the sense of doership and the end of activity. So you see that there is no individual doer of actions, and yet activities continue. Even the wanting to be like non-doer is a doing. So in this realm of activities, activities will continue to happen, feelings will continue to come, perceptions will continue to be perceived. So the ultimate state you want to know, you are right now.
That's where, that's the.
But before but that's where,
Mm,
what are you? Less than ultimate?
then no, same.
Same.
But that uh, things affect in the city life.
Yes.
When I go back, it
Yes.
gets. I feel like there is something which needs to be flushed out. Some toxins accumulate, or you can say something like that.
Yes. Because like he was saying earlier, maybe the insight has been given back to this reference point.
This I don't
Yes,
understand.
yes, yes. This is a very important point, and many are missing this. This is very important. You had the insight that you are the self. You met Guruji. In his darshan, you saw that you are the self. Did this body see it?
No,
No. The self was beyond all of this, isn't it? So, what does that have to do with this body?
nothing.
No. So, whether this body continues to react in anger to some situations or doesn't react in anger to some situations, what does that have to do with the self?
Nothing.
Nothing. Then your question was, when I go into work, means when this body goes into work, then certain things get to her and she reacts. What does that have to do with the self?
Nothing.
Nothing. You see, only when we try to own this insight individually do we continue to use the expressions which are coming from this mouth or the actions that are happening from these hands as some sort of benchmark for the self.
This I don't
Ah.
understand.
What you found was that you are the self and all appearances continue to come and go, isn't it? Now, in that all appearances, this body's appearances and coming and going was included, no? So this body was found like the waves of the ocean, and all waves were coming and going. Now, if the wave is not going as high one day or going very high though one day, what does that have to do with the ocean? Nothing.
It's a phenomenon. It'll happen.
Yes,
It'll happen
exactly,
sometimes high waves,
exactly.
sometimes low
Yes,
waves,
yes,
sometimes.
yes. Unless you give the insight back to the notion of an enlightened person, okay? If these words are being spoken now, I can promise you there is no Ananta which is speaking them. They're just appearing in consciousness. Your head is nodding right now, it is just an appearance in consciousness. No Dipali is shaking her head. You see?
Mm.
So all of this is just movements on the surface of the ocean. Okay?
Yes.